Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Developing right now, home in New Jersey has been gutted by flames overnight. People were forced outside into the bitter cold temperatures. We're live at the scene in Newark with details.
Good morning again, everybody. Looking at a live picture there of the city. The sun just beginning to creep up on this February 3rd, Saturday morning. It is a cold one out there as we enjoy this first weekend of the month. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome back to Eyewitness News. I'm Rob Nelson.
I'm Michelle Charlesworth. Good to have you with us. Made it to Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be sunny.
Super Bowl weekend. Let's do this thing.
Right?
I'm ready.
It's so good.
People are in a good mood. People are always, everyone comes out for this. So even if you're not a big football person, people come out for the Super Bowl and then go out and enjoy it. And so let's go.
Chip and dip.
That's right.
Wings.
But don't double dip that chip. Just take one dip and end it. We love Seinfeld.
Meteorologist Amy Freeze here now with the AccuWeather forecast.
We're doing Super Bowl snacks today, aren't we?
We are.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to be very happy.
Okay. Look forward to that. All right, you guys, as we look outside this morning, our live cameras show dry skies. We'll be waking up to beautiful sunshine here as the sun and the sky gets a little brighter. 17 degrees. It's very cold. You factor in the winds, and it feels like 3 below in Newburgh, feels like 1 below in Poughkeepsie. I mean, the wind chill factor is really going to be dominating most of this day because the thermometer readings may make it to even the freezing point, 32 degrees, but with these winds continuing, it's going to feel cold all day. We're not looking for any rain or snow until tomorrow. Looks like a soggy Super Bowl travel day for us here in the Northeast, and we'll be looking at temperatures in the low 20s pretty much all day today, returning to the 40s for tomorrow. I'll have more on that in the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. That's a look at the weather for now. Michelle, Rob.
All right, Amy, thank you so much. 6:32 right now. Developing New Jersey this morning. Fast-moving flames forced people from their homes overnight in Newark. The fire broke out on Fleming Avenue just before 2 a.m. in the Ironbound section. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is at the scene in Newark with the very latest on this. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning, Michelle. And the Newark Public Safety Department saying it appears a space heater, the cause of this fire on this very cold night, touched off some spectacular flames overnight. We'll show you the pictures of that house going up in flames on Fleming Avenue in the Ironbound section of Newark. Started at 122 Fleming Avenue and then quickly spread to 3 adjacent multi-family homes. The fire went to 3 alarms, and close to 100 firefighters responded to the scene, working on this fire overnight. Now, 4 firefighters suffered minor injuries, no life-threatening injuries, and 10 residents, 10 adults and 3 children were displaced, but no civilians suffered any serious injuries. And again, the cause of this fire not considered suspicious. It appears a space heater to blame. And we're live in Newark. Marcus Solis, Channel 7. Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcus, thank you so much. New this morning, a Nassau County man is under arrest for luring a 15-year-old girl into his van. Police say the incident happened Friday about 9 in the morning on Grand Boulevard. Detectives say the girl thought Dennis Millara was her mother's friend, so she agreed to get into that vehicle. Police say at some point the girl thought something was wrong and asked Millara to bring her to school. Police say he agreed, dropped her off near Westbury High School. He was arrested yesterday and is expected to be arraigned today. Rob?
A family tragedy in New Jersey. A mother separated from her son during a massive house fire, and she could not save him. 5-year-old Ryan Jamil trapped inside the 3-story multi-family home. All this happened overnight Friday in Perth Amboy. 10 people, including 3 kids, were able, though, to escape. Another man, though, died inside that home as well. Investigators say the fire does not appear suspicious, but no word just yet on the cause.
Well, she was trying to teach students apparently about slavery, but now a teacher in the Bronx is getting schooled in outrage after many students and parents say her history lesson went too far. Students say the teacher, who is white, singled out black students and told them to lie on the floor during class. The teacher, identified as Patricia Cummings from MS 118, allegedly stepped on the back of at least one black student to show what slavery felt like. She has been removed.
I don't want to make any suppositions. It's under investigation. It's a very serious allegation, and she was removed, and I think at this point we have to wait for the investigation to be complete.
The teacher in question, Cummings, has worked in city schools since 2016.
In political news this morning, President Trump, of course, as you know by now, decided to release that controversial GOP-written memo from the House Intelligence Committee. And its release, though, came against the strong advice of the FBI and Trump's own hand-picked FBI director, Christopher Wray. ABC's Lana Zak has the details from Washington.
The official word from the White House is that President Trump is not currently considering firing Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. But when asked by reporters, President Trump would not say the same.
Do you think you're more likely to fire Rosenstein? Do you still have confidence in him after reading the memo?
You figure that one out.
Democrats are now warning that if the president were to use a controversial Republican-written memo from the House Intelligence Committee as justification for firing Rosenstein or special counsel Robert Mueller, that it would spark a constitutional crisis. On CNN, ranking member of the Intelligence Committee Adam Schiff said this partisan memo cherry-picks information.
It's really a completely reckless abuse of the classification process.
And President Trump's own FBI director told the president the memo contains inaccurate information, but the president decided to release it anyway.
I think it's terrible. You want to know the truth? I think it's a disgrace what's going on in this country.
The memo argues that the FBI and the Department of Justice used information from Christopher Steele's unsubstantiated dossier to renew a FISA surveillance warrant against Trump campaign advisor Carter Page without disclosing the political funding behind the dossier. Here's Chairman Devin Nunes on Fox.
They got a warrant on someone in the Trump campaign using opposition research paid for by the Democratic Party and the Hillary Clinton campaign. That's what this is about, and it's wrong.
Lana Zak, ABC News, Washington.
The California man accused of killing an Ivy League student is pleading not guilty to murder. Samuel Woodward is accused of brutally stabbing Blaze Bernstein while he was home for a winter break. Woodward told investigators his former classmate kissed him without his permission. Now, prosecutors may also charge Woodward with a hate crime. He's being held on $5 million bail and is due back in court on March the 2nd.
Coming up on Eyewitness News, chaos in the courtroom. Up next, see the dramatic and raw moment when a father lunged at the doctor who abused his 3 daughters.
Plus, we hear from the employee who sent that false missile alert out in Hawaii. He explains his side of the story leading up to mistakenly pushing the wrong button.
And we take another live look outside. Boy, is that glorious. On this Saturday morning, bundle up, though, as you head out the door. It is going to be cold, 17 degrees right now. Amy's right back after the break. And with when we can see warmer temperatures. I'll be right back.
If you could wake up anywhere, where would it be?
Make a wish. Make a wish.
Next live, we're at Atlantis Paradise Island in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah.
With Heather Graham from Half Magic, In Real Life performs, and The Bachelor. Next live in the Bahamas.
I'll pack some extra suntan lotion for everyone. Looks like you could use some.
Next live.
Watch live.
Monday morning at 9 on ABC 7.
Pro tip, Stop & Shop has great prices on produce. Raspberries for John, strawberries for Amy. What's a jicama? Thanks.
Take a fresh look at Stop & Shop's prices. Save on top or bottom round roast or top round London broil, $2.49 per pound.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We've been helping you prepare and invest for retirement since day one. Why would we leave now?
Because I'm retired now.
So, we're Voya. We stay with you to and through retirement.
With solutions to help provide income throughout.
So you'll still be here to help me make smart choices.
Well, with your finances, that is. We had nothing to do with that, tie.
Or the suit.
Or the shirt.
Voya, helping you to
and through
retirement.
Did you ever look at your house and think, it just might be time for a change? Well, right now at National Floors Direct, we'll help you change for just $888. We'll give you 3 full rooms of carpeting, next day installation, padding, everything, all for just $888. 3 rooms, no hidden extras. Now, that's the kind of change everyone can afford. And no interest for 1 year. Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR. Get 3 rooms of carpeting, including installation, for just $888. Change is good.
Pro tip, shop all your veggies for the week at once. Super pro tip. Buy your veggies pre-chopped. Boom.
The best food at amazing prices. Stop & Shop. Save on Poland Spring or Nestle Pure Life Water, 3 for $9.
Welcome back, everybody. We are hearing from the outraged father who tried to attack the former sports doctor convicted of abusing his 3 daughters and, of course, hundreds of other girls. Randall Margraves rushed at Larry Nassar in court on Friday after a judge rejected his somewhat tongue-in-cheek request to confront the doctor. Deputies tackled Margraves and then hauled him away as Nassar ducked for cover. The distraught dad later apologized, saying he simply lost control.
When I had to hear what was said in those statements, and I have to look over at Larry Nassar shaking his head, that's when I lost control. I'm not advocating that everyone should do that. I feel very remorseful.
I think everyone understands his anger and disgust. Margraves will not be charged for the outburst. The mayhem happened during the 3rd and final sentencing hearing for Nassar, who's already been sentenced to 175 years in prison.
The man who triggered that false missile alert in Hawaii, sparking widespread panic, is sharing his side of the story. The former Hawaii Emergency Management Agency employee who wants his identity kept secret said he believed the attack was 100% real. He believed that. The mix-up apparently happened during a shift change as he was logging into his computer. Someone else picked up the call of the drill, he says. According to the employee, the person failed to put the call on speakerphone the right way. Right away. As a result, he says he did not hear that the warning was just an exercise.
I was 100% sure that it was real, and I did what I was trained to do as far as making the selection to notify the public.
Well, he spent 11 years with the agency before he was fired for the mistake. He says he has received death threats since the incident.
You have to believe no one in their right mind would
do that
knowingly send out a false alert.
Absolutely.
But also there was a systemic problem where it only took one person to send out that alert. They've since changed it that at least 2 people so that someone's checking over
check again. Did you get it? What did you get? All right.
I do feel bad for him. He didn't mean to cause that panic, that whole situation.
No one would. No one would.
All right, coming up, shopping for a Valentine's Day gift? Yeah, well, 7 on your side has your best bets on where to find great deals in February.
Before we go to break, though, here is Amy Freeze with Super Cat Saturday.
Right, we got 2 tabbies in the lineup this morning on the Super Cat Saturday. Pumpkin starting things off, sent in by Sherry. It's a little wine and cheese and crackers. I don't know, whatever your Super Bowl snack is, it is going to be a fantastic day tomorrow to enjoy the indoors because it is going to be so wet. And also, we've got this sweetie pie, Rusty the Super Cat, ready to welcome over the Super Bowl friends and family to watch on the big screen, right? Or ready to pounce. We'd love to see your picks. You can send them in. Super Cat Saturday today. We'll do the dogs tomorrow. My Twitter handle is @AmyFree7. You can also upload your pet pics at ABC7NY. We'll be right back. I'll have your AccuWeather 7-day forecast, and there's more Eyewitness News.
The memo, declassified, released. The war of words builds between the White House and the FBI. Now Sunday, exclusive. 2 powerful members of the House Intel Committee face George and the tough questions. What happens next with the Russia investigation? Sunday on ABC's This Week with George.
Cirque du Soleil invites you to find your free and venture into the world of adrenaline, where a surge of action sparks a high-voltage journey. Cirque du Soleil presents Volta. Inspired by the adventurous spirit of freedom and the thrill of blazing your own trail. Volta opens March 29th under the Big Top at Meadowlands Racetrack and May 17th at NYCB Live. Tickets on sale now at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
Let's play Dare to Compare! My Bobapedic Sky Queen mattress set at only $7.99 versus the Tempur-Pedic Cloud Prima at a whopping $19.99. Both have luxurious memory foam, but I add cooling gel and a new Cool to the Touch fabric. Plus, the Sky is 11.5 inches thick versus their 10, has 3 firmness levels to their 1, and an 18-year warranty versus their 10. All for $1,200 less than theirs.
Without Bob, it's just discount furniture.
You are too kind.
Chester County's Brandywine Valley. It's what you want winter to be. Longwood Gardens in bloom. Views to amaze and excite. And a wonderful change in appetite. Join us for the winter you always wanted. It's totally your scene. Visit BrandywineValley.com.
Waiting for the right time to buy a hardwood floor? Well, check this out. 1 room of beautiful North American hardwood flooring installed for just $9.99. That's right, and this isn't just any hardwood. This is genuine Armstrong hardwood, the most trusted name in flooring. Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR and get an entire room of Armstrong hardwood installed the next day for just $9.99 and no interest for 1 year. A new floor can transform your home, and at just $9.99, the right time is now.
February is a short month, but it is long on shopping deals. With the Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, and a long holiday weekend, it can be easy to drain your wallet.
So you have to know what to buy and what not to buy. Nina Pineda has this month's best deals.
You definitely want to save some money for the end of the month. February 19th is President's Day, and retailers will be offering big sales all weekend. Remember, there's not another long holiday weekend until Memorial Day, so they're really going to want to push this inventory out. But there are some sweet spots throughout this month you don't want to miss, beginning with the super sale for the big game.
Even if you're not a football fan, the Super Bowl brings the price of high-end TVs to some of the lowest prices of the year.
Throwing a Super Bowl party, having friends over. Need a huge TV. Good time to buy a TV now.
DealNews.com, Janice Lieberman says score a 55-incher for $500 because you won't see big TVs this cheap again until Black Friday. This cold month also offers hot deals for lovers.
Romance is in the air. You don't have to spend a lot of money. If you come to a place like Kmart, you can snag great chocolates, teddy bears, little things for your teachers, for your kids, for their friends.
When it comes to traditional gifts, perfume, flowers, and jewelry are in high demand before Valentine's Day. Predictably, shoppers won't get the best prices on these items. One exception, if you have your heart set on diamonds and rubies, pearls instead.
We actually snagged this deal. It retails for $200. It's 70% off, which brings this three-piece set to $60.
If you're set on flowers, DealNews.com suggests checking early in the month for Dozen Roses deals on Groupon, eBay, and Stack Social. You can also warm your sweetheart's heart literally. This month's excellent for outerwear.
Even if you just put it away for next winter, grab it for your kids a size up. Don't let them see it. Put them in a closet. You'll get up to 40% off, 70% off.
Janice suggests stocking up during the sales push over President's Day weekend. You can really sweep up all those small appliances you're going to need for wedding season.
Engagement parties and showers and housewarmings. Great time to stock up on essentials that every bride and groom needs.
Other home goods like bedding will also be deeply discounted. Time to get cozy.
Linens and pillows and mattress pads and mattresses, all on sale. They want you in the store and buying.
Ski trips are also on sale this month, but what you wait to buy? Start with two things you're going to need for that ski trip. Deal News says hold off on ski and snowboard equipment. Better off renting for now because prices are going to drop next month in March and April. Also, luggage is expensive this month. Those sales will start in March. Also, hold off on new iPads to keep the kids entertained on the plane. Rumor is Apple could debut a 9-inch model for around $250, putting the iPad finally in the affordable tablet range. That is your best bets. Back to you.
Good advice.
Very good advice.
Right?
Good deals. Yeah. Good deals. The smartest thing I ever bought in New York was a good puffy coat.
That's true.
Literally the smartest thing I've ever bought. And I wore it today. When I walked out the door, I was like,
you live in it. Right?
It's worth the money. A good winter coat is always a smart investment.
And it has to come down and cover your tushy. I'm sorry. I don't understand the puffy coat that comes to here.
No, it should be a blanket. It's like a blanket.
Comforter. Just enveloped in the bed, and then you walk out of the home.
But the super long ones are really just for women. Like,
no, they're not.
I've never seen a dude in a long one down.
They can do that if they want.
Okay. Okay.
No, just like here, right?
Right here.
Yeah, the bottom of the shoe.
Women sometimes have the one down to here-ish.
I think men can do that. Why can't you?
Okay, I'll let folks chime in on Twitter on that look.
All right. Anyway, the point is that no matter what you do to divert the conversation, it's very, very cold outside.
Thank you. That's right. No matter what.
You cannot escape it. If you have to go outside, you're going to have to be prepared for it. Because right now the wind chill factor is in the single digits, even below 0 in some cases. The sun comes up. It's beautiful. It looks nice out there today. The sun is going to shine bright, and it'll be very inviting to look out the window. But little sting in the air. That's right. Temperatures are low. We got the winds as well, so the wind chill factor is it's enough to really take your breath away. A little sting as you walk outside the door. We've got 1 degree in Monticello, just 0 right now in Port Jervis. So single digits and low teens north and west. You get some mid-teens on the thermometer through the boroughs and out onto Long Island. Right now, South Jersey has single-digit wind chills. It feels like below 0 in some places because the winds are picking up from time to time, and they'll be with us pretty much all day today. So think of it this way, sunshine, enough wind to bring the temperature down, and it feels like into the single digits to low teens through the afternoon. Then we'll spend the afternoon feeling like the mid-teens. Here's a look at the big picture. We want to let you know about a storm system that's coming in for tomorrow. So today is cold and dry, but tomorrow there'll be some moisture around that turns up showers and maybe even some wet snow. So tomorrow we start with overcast conditions by the early morning hours, and then here comes the snow across much of the upper Midwest. In fact, even across Buffalo, Cleveland, and even parts of western Pennsylvania. This is all snow because a big dome of cold air. However, the warmth that we've got in place will be the boundary where this changes over to rain, and by tomorrow afternoon after 3 o'clock, rain showers moving in, and they're with us for the rest of the evening. So wet snow or cold rain through the Super Bowl and even on your way home. So not looking for much accumulation, but coating to an inch for areas north and west in the northern counties. We could get some higher elevation accumulations as well. Continued cold, 32 for the high tonight. We go down to 28, and then tomorrow temperatures are in the mid 40s. So a significant warm up, and that's why we're looking at rain instead of really any snow around here. But a wet Super Bowl Sunday, soaker, if you will. Here's the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 36 on Monday, 38 on Tuesday. We're going to have a chance for some flurries of fly on Wednesday, really starting north and west on Tuesday evening into early Wednesday morning. It'll be mostly cloudy and 51, but you can see that quickly turns over to sprinkles and raindrops, a late mix on Thursday. Nothing real significant as far as storms go, but tomorrow will certainly be a wet one for traveling around post-Super Bowl.
Right.
I would say we can get through February, which, as you said, tends to be our coldest and snowiest month. If we can get through this month without a major snowstorm, now that it can be bad in March, but I'll feel much better about winter.
But
we can do it together.
We do see our largest snowstorms in February and March, including the top 10
She wasn't supposed to say
time.
that. Why does science and history have anything to bear on this?
I'm trying to give you an opening into some, comforting news, and
every party has a pooper.
Okay, Wishcasters, back to you.
See?
She's very feisty today. She's very feisty.
I love it.
Before we go to break, let's take a look at today's Channel 7 community calendar.
Here's what's happening. Head to Harlem to show off your best glide and twirl. The Soul on Ice Winter Skating Party at Lasker Rink will have live music, snacks, a raffle, and performances by the synchronized skating team Harlem Ice. Check out free public art in Times Square. The newly unveiled Window to the Heart is an interactive installation that celebrates love, and it might actually change how you see the world. The Levittown Community Council's annual Winterfest is here. It's a free, fun-filled day for families. Enjoy crafts, entertainment, exhibitions, and inexpensive eats. This year's theme is Broadway shows. In honor of Black History Month, there will be a special address by Reverend Eugene Rivers III, the Harvard-educated writer, activist, and advisor to presidents, will speak at the King's College on Martin Luther King. And Bethel Synagogue of East Windsor joins Mount Olivet Baptist Church in Hightstown for a faith community partnership event. The Civil Rights era freedom riders will be remembered as participants celebrate their work with conversation, refreshments, and a meet and greet. For more information or to submit an event that might be featured on the calendar, go to ABC7NY.
When a doctor fails to properly diagnose cancer and delays needed treatment, we'll hold them accountable. Why? So it doesn't happen to you. If you need to hold someone accountable, call Jacoby & Myers, 1-877-JM-LAWYER.
Mommy, you're strong.
Oh, you bet I am.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
Want to feel luxurious hand cream?
Luxurious hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked from constant washing, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Working Hands, the #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my hands back.
Marvel
Marvel Universe Live, an action-packed live arena show. See the greatest Marvel superheroes, including Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more. Don't miss a single moment of epic action and non-stop excitement. It's the ultimate family experience. Marvel Universe Live. Playing the tri-state area. See it live at Barclays Center February 22nd through 25th. Get tickets today at marveluniverselive.com.
When a doctor fails to properly diagnose cancer and delays needed treatment, we'll hold them accountable. Why? So it doesn't happen to you. If you need to hold someone accountable, call Jacoby & Myers, 1-877-JM-LAWYER.
Welcome back, everybody. An incredible tale of survival to tell you about this morning. For 16 days, Samuel Leroy Moss Jr. floated at sea with a limited amount of food and water.
They're like, but you so slim, what you was eating? I was like, I was eating famous and Doritos and cheddar chips and shaken water. For how much water did you get? It's like, yeah, a case of water. I was measuring the water, like, I was drinking like a bottle of water like every 3 to 4 hours.
Wow. Moss was found Monday in a small motorboat that was taking on water about 10 miles east of West Palm Beach, Florida. He had been missing since January 13th. Why? Because that boat ran out of gas.
Oh, my heavens.
Water and Doritos.
Whatever it
Whatever
takes,
it
right?
takes,
Whatever. Oh, he seems so nice.
Yeah.
So sweet. Much more ahead on Eyewitness News on this Saturday morning. Massive flames were shooting out of a building in Newark overnight. It spread to several homes. We're live at the scene, learning of injuries and the damage.
Also, President Trump, of course, deciding to release that controversial classified intelligence memo. Hear how lawmakers are responding this morning.
Soon, it could be legal for voters in New Jersey to snap a selfie at the polls.
Also, very chilly start to the weekend. Even could see a little bit of snow floating around out there. Meteorologist Amy Freeze is back with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast as our 7 o'clock hour starts in just about 2 minutes.
Let's get it started.
You've got fire in those vocal cords.
American Idol on America's Network, ABC. The journey begins March 11th.
Ways to lose stubborn belly fat. The roasted core wrap. 3, 2, 1. Not cool. Freezing away fat cells with Cool Sculpting, now that's cool. Only Cool Sculpting is FDA cleared to treat and freeze fat cells non-surgically. Diet and exercise alone just shrink those cells. Cool Sculpting gradually eliminates them with little or no downtime. Visit CoolSculpting.com today for a chance to...
Do you think I'd lay down and die?
Back this winter, let's count the adventures. 96 water-filled screams and 84 degrees of awesome. 42 snow tubing lanes, the biggest in the whole USA. 7 restaurants, 2 really happy parents, 37 slopes and award-winning instruction, 145 indoor adventures, 453 mountainside suites, 1.6 million gallons of wow! Camelback is the most fun you'll have this winter. I know these things. I'm a 5th grader.
Aquatopia Indoor Water Park, skiing and snow tubing are free with your stay.
No one does winter fun like Camelback.
The Lion King. There is simply nothing else like it. This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Michelle Charlesworth and Rob Nelson. And Amy Freeze with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News this morning.
Developing now at 7 a.m., fierce flames tearing through a home in New Jersey and even spreading to neighboring buildings overnight. We're live at the scene in Newark with the latest details.
An Eyewitness News exclusive, a Rikers inmate suffered a 6-inch gash to his face and neck. Why he's suing over this?
And an emotional new push for clues in the disappearance of a missing mother. A community rallies for answers 2 months after this mother from Patterson was last seen.
Oh, taking a live look at the sun coming up over the city. Looks so peaceful out there on this Saturday morning. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. Good morning. I'm Michelle Charlesworth.
Oh, and I'm Rob Nelson. Nothing like a beautiful sunrise to kind of make you feel good about getting up in the morning. That was a beautiful shot. That was nice.
I know. know. It's very healthy for us to see a sunrise, sunset, just for our farming selves, our agricultural selves.
My inner sharecropper is at peace.
All of us. Yeah, well, me too, yeah. Meteorologist Amy Freeze here now with the first look at the AccuWeather forecast.
What are you guys growing? You said you're farmers.
It's rare.
What are we growing?
She stumped us. That's rare.
I know. I don't know. I'm thinking about chickens.
Yeah. So, chickens.
Just saying. So there we go. A lot of sunshine, a lot of daylight. I have no idea what they're growing. These farmers that want to see the sunrise and sunset. 18 degrees is what we have right now in Central Park. It looks beautiful out there, but it is very, very cold. Look at these numbers on the thermometer. A big goose egg for Monticello, the same for Port Jervis. We've got single digits all the way up through the Mid-Hudson Valley. Then out on Long Island, we're at 12 degrees, the same for Belmar. You factor in the winds, and it's even colder. We've got wind chill factors that make it feel below zero in some cases. The readings will take us into the low teens, even though the winds are less than they were yesterday. It's still uncomfortably cold with a bit of sting in the air. Here's what you can expect. Sunshine, dry conditions, and a high of 32 degrees today. So you plan for that. By tomorrow, our temperatures are up at least 10 to 12 degrees with a rain-snow mix. I'll have more on that in the AccuWeather 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Michelle?
All right, thank you so much, Amy. Developing this morning, fire erupted inside of a home in Newark. The quick-moving flames jumped to other buildings, forcing people from their beds and out into the cold.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis live at the scene with the very latest. Marcus.
Well, Rob and Michelle, officials say it appears a space heater is what touched off that fire that spread to 3 alarms and took a number of hours for firefighters to finally bring under control. Those fires are spectacular as they jumped out of the home on Fleming Avenue and spread to the surrounding homes. Started at 122 Fleming just before 2 o'clock this morning and then spread to 3 adjacent multi-family homes. 4 firefighters suffered minor injuries. There were no occupants of those houses who were seriously hurt. However, 10 adults, 3 children displaced and are now working with the Red Cross to find housing. In the meantime, the fire went to 3 alarms, close to 100 firefighters battling to bring it under control around 5 a.m. Again, the fire not considered suspicious, and it appears it was touched off by a space heater. And we're live in Newark. Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Marcus, thank you so much. 7:03 right now. A seemingly random attack happened on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. 2 friends had just left a Chase Bank on 60th Street in Lexington. Suddenly, an emotionally disturbed person lunged at them with a large knife. The 2 men acted fast. They subdued the man, held him on the ground while they alerted the police. This was especially scary because one of the men attacked was carrying his 17-month-old son.
Yeah, and then they tried the knife with the cut like his baby, and I'm scared he's touching him.
The suspect, 20-year-old Matthew Van Patten, is charged with menacing, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of a weapon.
Now we turn to an Eyewitness News exclusive. A young man serving 60 days on Rikers Island for shoplifting was slashed by another inmate while in protective custody. Well, that gash goes 6 inches down the side of 28-year-old Joseph Troiano's face. Well, Joe and his attorney now want to know why an accused killer was in protective custody with non-violent offenders.
I often think, like, what could I have done to, like, stop it? But I didn't do anything, so it's kind of sad.
One other person was also injured in this attack. Joe's attorney has now filed a $30 million lawsuit. The Corrections Department says it is working with the Bronx DA to prosecute anyone involved in the incident. It also says it's working with state lawmakers to get body scanners approved for Rikers.
2 months have passed. Many questions are still left unanswered in the disappearance of a 25-year-old Patterson mother. A new billboard in Newark on McCarter Highway shows a picture of Shania Coley with the text, "Have you seen her?" Police worry Coley was injured, possibly abducted in her car. Officers found her blood and glasses near her building's parking lot on Colonial Avenue. Shania's father still is not giving up hope. He spoke about the last time he saw her.
She came downstairs, walked in, said goodnight to her son, and then said goodnight to me.
He says he calls Shania's phone every night hoping to hear his daughter, but that her phone has been disconnected since her disappearance. Again, going on 2 months. Police are still searching for her car, a gray 2013 Nissan Altima. Her family is offering a $6,000 reward for information about where she may be.
A massive response this morning to Friday's intelligence memo declassified by President Trump. That memo accuses the Justice Department of illegally investigating if President Trump did indeed have links to the Russian government during his presidential campaign. Basically, they're trying to say that there was political bias against the president at the top echelons of our FBI and Department of Justice. Even some Republicans, though, are still against this memo release. Senator John McCain says it serves no American interest, just the interest of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Democrats are calling the whole memo dishonest and misleading.
The whole idea of politicizing intelligence in this way, of misleading the country, yes, we consider that very serious business, even though when you look at what they put out, it's a dud.
Some Republicans say the memo does prove that Democrats are weaponizing the FBI and the Justice Department against the president. However, Democrats say the memo is merely an attempt by the president to discredit the work of Special Counsel Robert Mueller, who, of course, is heading up the Russia investigation. If you'd like to read the entire 4-page memo, we have posted it at our website, ABC7NY, also on our free news app as well.
The escaped Connecticut inmate who was recaptured in Georgia is finally back in Connecticut. 25-year-old Jerry Mercado escaped from the Carl Robinson Correctional Facility in Enfield January 7th. Authorities believe he snuck into the undercarriage of a garbage truck. That's how he made it out. 10 days later, he was arrested again in Georgia. He was serving a 3-year burglary sentence. Now he is being held at the high-security Northern Correctional Institution in Somers. Alarming new numbers about the nation's flu crisis to tell you about. The CDC, Centers for Disease Control, says 16 more children have died from the virus this week. That's 53 children total so far this winter, dying from the flu. It has now sent to the hospital more Americans than ever before. In fact, 1 out of every 14 visits to doctors and clinics are for fever, cough, and other symptoms of the flu. There are ways to protect yourself and others from the flu. We have those tips posted on our website, ABC7NY, and on our free news app. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. And if you feel anything coming on, get to a doctor quickly to try to make sure, is it the flu, is it not the flu? Yeah. Can you take Tamiflu immediately?
I have never washed my hands as much as I have in the past month. Every time.
Up to my elbows, as though I'm going into surgery every day. Please, it has to go from here, or here. So wash your hands.
That's the Purell. Wash your hands. The soap, whatever.
Right?
Yeah, that's
right.
Step
you can moisturize them later.
Thank you.
All right.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News, you may soon be able to take a selfie at your polling place in New Jersey, because that's what the world needs, more selfies. Why the rules for voters could soon change.
Plus, an expensive battle over those I Love New York signs. Hear who wants those tourism billboards to go away.
In AccuWeather, it's all about temperatures today. It is very cold to start off. We've got a lot of sunshine. Temperatures are in the 20s, but the feels like temperature keeps the numbers really in the low teens. So a wind chill factor of around 12 to 15 degrees is what you can expect all afternoon. We could make it up to 32 for the high. Coming up, rain and snow for Super Bowl Sunday. We'll talk about a real soaker coming up in just a few minutes.
Here's one for you, sleepyhead. My Queen Power Bob Adjustable Bed Base and the Bobapedic 9-Gel Queen Mattress, only $9.99. So raise your head and feet with a touch or a tap, and feel free to tap like crazy, because you can even charge your phone.
Without Bob, it's just discount furniture.
Why make something this stylish? Why make it feel like a race car when you know there are speed limits? Why put so much purpose into something that seems built for play? It's simple. You can build a car, or you can build a Cadillac. Get this low-mileage lease on this Cadillac ATS all-wheel drive from around $299 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer.
It's a Sesame Street Live party. The funniest, furriest celebration ever. And you're invited. Let's party with Sesame Street Live. only to the theater at Madison Square Garden, February 9th through 19th. Get your tickets today at theater@msg.com/sesame.
Starting this February, the most exciting place to be will be about 90 miles north of New York City at the new Resorts World Catskills Casino Hotel. With 100,000 square feet of Las Vegas-style gaming, 2,150 slot machines, over 150 live table games, infinite luxurious experiences, and 0 reasons to stay at home.
So it's Ford SUVs versus the elements. No contest. Make sure you're ready, because it's the best time to get into an SUV with all-wheel drive. All from Ford, offering you more models with 4-wheel drive and all-wheel drive capability, giving you the total package to be ready to take it all on. See your local Ford store today or visit buyfordnow.com. Now get a Ford Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months plus up to $1,000 bonus cash, or lease one for just $249 a month at your local Ford store.
Check out this bedroom set from our competition at $23.69. I dare you to compare it to my Jason bedroom. Only $11.99 complete. You got to be careful out there, man. I bet you could really lose your shirt. What? Seriously?
Without Bob, it's just discount furniture.
The search is on for a man involved in an illegal gun sales ring, both in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. His suspected co-conspirator appeared in court just yesterday. 29-year-old Maquan Moore of Washington Heights is accused of selling more than 20 illegal guns. According to authorities, some of those sales going down at Equinox in the West Village. Police say the guns were transported from Florida by another defendant, Morris Wilson of Orlando.
If you've been driving on highways across New York State, you may have come across these billboards. The signs promote tourism across New York, but some New Yorkers are complaining the signs don't really tell anything. The 500 signs began appearing 18 months ago. These cost the state about $8 million to say, "I love New York." Federal transportation officials are withholding $14 million of highway funds from the state until those are taken down.
I love New York. I love the town of Hempstead, but you know what I really would love? I'd love for the governor to take these signs down immediately and get us the $14 million that we deserve.
Some New Yorkers argue the signs are necessary to promote tourism, but the federal government is giving New York a September deadline before the highway funds are off the table for good. State officials insist a compromise is coming.
Well, new this morning, New Jersey lawmakers are considering a bill that would make it legal, to take photos at voting booths. Under current law, taking a photo of your ballot could land you 18 months in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. However, there are no documented cases of anyone in New Jersey being prosecuted for breaking the so-called ballot selfie law. At least 5 states have already passed laws allowing voters to take and share photos of their ballots since 2011.
500 signs that say, "I love New York," by the way. If you figure out how much money, I mean, it's thousands of dollars per sign.
Per sign.
Maybe go somewhere else to get some signs for less. Signs for less.
I just think $8 million could go towards something a little more critical. That's all I'm saying.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News, we're getting a live look at the U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota, home of Super Bowl 52. Turns out you can still get tickets to the big game if you're rich. Oh, wait, sorry. Hear how much you will need for a seat.
Crazy expensive.
Crazy!
To be that cold. Woo. And women in Manhattan have a new place to fine-tune their left hook. The details of the new boxing gym opening today. That's coming up at 7:30.
When a doctor fails to properly diagnose cancer and delays needed treatment, we'll hold them accountable. Why? So it doesn't happen to you. If you need to hold someone accountable, call Jacoby & Myers, 1-877-JM-LAWYER.
I want to go somewhere away from it all, but close to the heart. I want the we time and the me time. I want to follow the breeze and throw caution to the wind. I want a back rub, a soak tub, a nightclub. I want to savor it all, feel the spectacular, because this, right here and now, is exactly how I want to remember us.
They say you play basketball, you play football, you play tennis, but you can't play boxing. You have to fight. In 2011, everyone had high hopes for my career. And I remember the night where it went completely downhill. I was completely paralyzed. It was a massive tumor that had wrapped itself around my spine. When I got to New York Presbyterian and Dr. Hartle, who was my surgeon, you know, he aced it. They resurrected me. They resurrected my career. They gave me a second chance at life. You know, it was just a really great moment for me in my life to be able to get back into the ring. On August 9th, 2014, I became the WBA middleweight champion of the world.
So it doesn't happen to you. If you need to hold someone accountable, call Jacoby and Myers, 1-877-JM-LAWYER.
Well, check out this video. I really didn't want to say that, but it came out anyway. New video showing a broken water main spewing ice into the air. This footage is from Chesterfield, Missouri, about 20 miles west of St. Louis. The broken main shot water so high that cold temperatures froze it before it could even come back down. Wow. It left nearby homes and vehicles covered in a sheet of snow and ice. Wow.
Old Faithful.
This, speaking of that, can I just say?
I'm afraid of what's coming now.
You know, this is my thing. I don't understand why the NFL, and I know we got to spread the wealth.
Okay.
There's a lot of great cities in America.
Yes.
I don't think the Super Bowl, even though I know it's an indoor stadium, should be played in cold cities. I don't understand. Even here in New York, we did a great job hosting the Super Bowl a few years ago, but winter in the Northeast or Midwest can be brutal. Why would you not pick California, Florida, New Orleans, Miami, LA, Dallas, Houston? Why Minneapolis, great city, but in February?
Tell the guys catching and throwing that rock, man. It's like a rock.
Well, I mean, the stadium's indoors. Thank goodness.
I know.
The game is
indoors. Still, but people can't enjoy outdoors. It just takes away something when it's -20.
You can't
tailgate. It's a huge economic impact, so I bet Minneapolis fights for it.
Oh, I'm sure, and they should. Like I said, spread the wealth. I just think for the fans, it's just like
a bummer.
Oh, yeah.
It's been sub-freezing all week. All week they've been in the teens and low 20s in Minneapolis.
Yay, fun.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been really an icebox. So festivities up there, they've had to bundle up. Today, we get a little piece of that. It looks gorgeous outside. I mean, really, we've seen some fantastic shots from our live cameras here at Eyewitness News, looking out into the skies and just how glorious the day is. This shot looking at the Empire State Building all the way down to One World Trade. Guys, this is the week climbing up the Empire State Building. Going to be with the Challenge Athletes Foundation. We'll have a guest tomorrow to talk more about that. But this is the day, this is the week, going up 86 flights. 18 degrees is the number on the thermometer. If factor in the winds and it feels like the single digits, even some goose eggs, we are anywhere between 15 to almost 20 degrees colder than we were yesterday at this same time. And Toms River has the biggest change, 27 degrees colder, Toms River, than it was yesterday at the same time. So the mild air that we woke up to yesterday is all but a memory. And right now we're looking at low teens on the thermometer, factoring in the winds. It feels even colder, and a wind out there that's going to keep the feels like temperature in the low teens much of the day, despite temperature readings getting into the low 30s. So planning this day, you can basically see through the afternoon, we might make it up to 32 degrees. That would be our top number. Lots of sunshine. Then tonight it's overcast. We stay right around the freezing point overnight. That gives us tomorrow to warm up about 15 degrees during the day. We could make it to 45 degrees on Sunday afternoon. However, that warm up comes just as moisture is moving in from the west. And while it's snow for these areas across the upper Midwest and even the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley, it turns into rain real quick around here with temperatures in the mid-40s. We could see wet snowflakes that turn into rain as it touches the ground. So expect a wet mess tomorrow going to and from your Super Bowl parties. It's a real soaker around here. So Sunday afternoon to Sunday night, not very impressive with any snow north and west. And this is mainly a high elevation snow accumulation, little to nothing for everyone else except for the rain. By the way, it's Sunday and Wednesday that are the wet days this week. Here's the forecast: 32 for the high today. Tonight we go down to 28 degrees. And tomorrow our temperatures are going to be stuck in the mid 40s. But that's what keeps us all rain. So it's wet, not white as far as the storm goes. Here's the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We make it up to 51 on Wednesday with that next rainstorm coming in, but mixed in between, we have some colder days. So ironically, we've got this warm weather. We're on the warm side of these fronts when we have storms, both today and Wednesday. Those will both be showers. Don't have a lot of time for this, but looking statistically at winters that have had, like we've had 18 inches of snow or more, they still get more snow the second half of the season. Up to 70% of the time they get 9 inches or more.
So we're just getting going.
Well, that doesn't necessarily, those are climate numbers. It just means winter's not over.
I hear you. All good.
Most likely.
Thanks for that little nugget.
Thanks, Amy.
It's fantastic.
Still ahead on Eyewitness News, Joakim Noah's future with the Knicks could be in jeopardy. What the team is telling the center to do for the next few weeks.
Let's make every day the best day with Eyewitness News this morning and the team you love to wake up to with breaking news in your neighborhood from Ken Rosado and Shirlene Ellicott.
We begin with breaking news.
John Del Giorno is in Newscopter 7 in Brooklyn.
Bill Evans with the AccuWeather forecast.
Here comes pretty heavy rain, so keep that rain gear handy.
And Heather O'Rourke to help get you where you're going.
Delays at the Midtown Tunnel. You may want to go with the subway.
Make every day the best day with Eyewitness News this morning, only on Channel 7.
Can't wait for new furniture? Then this is the event for you. Raymore and Flanagan's Super Saturday Sale. Everything's on sale. Save up to 25% on living rooms, dining rooms, and bedrooms. Save 25% on all home decor. Queen mattress sets are on sale starting at $399, plus 0% APR for 60 months. The Super Saturday Sale. It's going on now at Raymore and Flanagan.
When you're ready to quit, the New York City Help Me Quit app is there to make quitting just a little bit easier.
All right, if you have still not bought your tickets to Sunday's Super Bowl, do not worry. Tickets are still on sale. Boy, are they. According to StubHub, the cheapest ones only cost about $3,000. I just checked, $2,900. This year's tickets are the second most expensive ever. Experts say prices are probably going to come down over the next, well, we got down to a few hours now as the game gets closer. But you kind of have to be there to pick them up.
I'm not paying that much money to go to a cold place. In other sports news, the Knicks tried to outscore the Bucks, and it all came down to the very last second.
Yeah, here is Eyewitness News sports anchor Ryan Field with your morning sports highlights.
Good morning, everybody. Well, the Knicks are not a good road team. If you've been paying attention, that much you already know. Last night, they wrapped up a stretch where 16 of 20 games were away from Madison Square Garden. The good news? It's finally over. The bad news, they have just 6 wins since that stretch began. Knicks in Brewtown and nothing like Milwaukee on a Friday night. Lots of similarities between Kristaps Porzingis and Giannis Antetokounmpo because they both have moves like this. The Greek Freak throwing it down, gave it another shot just minutes later, but Porzingis says, get out of here. KP's second block of the game, he finished with 17. In honor of Groundhog's Day, this was January of last year. Knicks and Bucks at the Garden. Antetokounmpo hits the winner at the buzzer. So flash forward to last night. Yeah, it's the Greek Freak yet again, putting the moves on Enes Kanter, and that is your game winner with less than 2 ticks on the clock. Unbelievable. He finishes with 29, 92-90. The Knicks fall. Well, the Knicks have told disgruntled center Joakim Noah to stay at home until at least after next week's trade deadline while they figure out what to do next. Noah has been away from the team since January 25th after a heated dispute with head coach Jeff Hornacek. He could be traded or bought out. Well, for 9 seasons, Brook Lopez was the face of the Nets. 4 in New Jersey, 5 in Brooklyn, and last night he was given a hero's welcome in his return to Barclays as a member of the Lakers. Spencer Dinwiddie, looking to play spoiler on Lopez's big night, had a big game. 23 points, 14 of those in the third. He's looking to be the new face of the franchise, but this game was all about Lopez. Had 19 points, including LA's final bucket, 102-99 the final, on a very happy homecoming for the former Net.
You know, it's super special. You know, it's great to be back in this building, feel the love from the fans, see so many people I care about. You know, it was a very exciting game as well.
Well, we are just 2 days away from Super Bowl 52, and frankly, what else is there to say that hasn't already been said? We know all the storylines. Rob Gronkowski will play. Tom Brady's mom is from Minnesota, where this year's game will be played. The Eagles, they've never won the Super Bowl, while the Patriots are looking for their 6th Lombardi trophy in franchise history. So why don't we take a break from football and talk about something everybody loves?
Oh, I love ice cream. I mean, can't you tell? Can't you tell? We do serve ice creams at our snack night before the game, and I love ice cream. And I don't want to stay in that team meeting too long because it's over there melting.
You know, I bet you Eli Manning likes ice cream. Many people think he's sweet because he's the only man to ever beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Well, Manning making news by saying he wouldn't mind if the Giants select a quarterback in the upcoming draft. Now, plenty of mock drafts have the G-men taking UCLA quarterback Josh Rosen with the #2 pick, but Eli will be the starter when the year begins, and says while it's not his job to mentor the team's next signal caller, he understands if they want to plan for the future. And finally, there's a surprising new trend in football, and it's pretty cool. The Bills donated $100,000 to Andy Dalton when he helped them reach the playoffs. Vikings fans, they made a 6-figure donation to the Saints' Thomas Moorhead when he played a full game against them with a broken rib. And now Kansas City Chiefs fans are saying thank you to their former quarterback, Alex Smith. How about this? They donated more than $50,000 to Smith's foundation since he was traded to the Redskins on Wednesday. Smith spent the last 5 years in Kansas City, a very nice gesture by those fans. And in case you're wondering, the field forecast has the Patriots winning the Super Bowl 30-27. That is a look at sports. I'm Ryan Field. Make it a great Saturday.
Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
The Eagles. I have to go get some green lipstick.
We'll wear green tomorrow. How about that?
Okay, all right, I like it.
Eagles.
Eagles. Much more ahead on Eyewitness News this morning. A massive fire ripped through one home, damaged 2 others in Newark. Firefighters may have pinpointed what ignited this early morning fire. Those details straight ahead.
With so many great experiences to share together, Marathon is the perfect place to keep your kids grounded. And an even better place to watch them soar. Marathon in the Florida Keys.
My wife wanted hardwood floors throughout the house, but I knew we could only afford carpet. 2 different quotes proved it. Then I called National Floors Direct. They beat our best quote on the spot by $3,000.
At National Floors Direct, we offer next-day installation of beautiful name-brand carpet and hardwood flooring, and will beat anyone's price by 15% or it's free. Call 888-400-FLOOR.
We had our floors installed the next day, and they look great.
Call National Floors Direct at 888-400-FLOOR. We bring the store to your door.
Today, a focus on innovation in the Southern Tier is helping build the new New York, starting with advanced